Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Aiden, from Cartoon Apocalypse, and welcome back to a tier list video. Now, I've made one of these quite some time ago, actually, and now that I don't really have too many, videos that I need to make because they're news or whatever, we can start doing some more interesting, fun ones. And there's quite a lot of different tier lists that we could do. So this week, I thought we would do the Miraculous Power tier list, because this one is actually interesting, and I think you'll enjoy hearing my opinions on the different powers. If you enjoy this video, you can leave a like and subscribe for more content similar to this, and be sure to suggest different other kinds of tier lists that you would want me to do. We're using a website called Tier Maker, so if you actually want to go make your own that's not on here already, then you could send it to me, and maybe I'll do it in a video. But let's just go ahead and hop right into this, because I think this will be interesting. Okay, so I think the easier way to do this is to focus on the one that I think is the most powerful, because there are actually two that stand out to me as the most powerful, and I'll explain that. But I think for the very first, the number one most powerful Kwami in all of Miraculous, I don't even think some of the ones that we haven't seen that could top it. I think the most powerful Miraculous power, it's gotta be Mayura's. Because think about it, right? She can use her power to make anything that she wants, right? And that thing can have different powers. So let's just say, for example, Ladybug. Remember the episode Ladybug? Mayura literally made a copy of Ladybug. Okay? Then what's the point of having... If you can just have the Mayura Miraculous, right? You could just make infinite Ladybugs, and the one original Ladybug is like, oh, well, shoot, all of these copies have the exact same powers as me. They're just as good as I am, but they're just copies. Like, what? Mayura, if she had enough power and strength and whatever, she could make a copy of all of the different Miraculous holders for free. And that's just one person. That's why I think she's the number one, or she has the number one power in all of Miraculous. Because try to top that. She can just make all of these. You can't compare anything to it. Well, actually you can. Hawkmoth is another S one, I think, because Hawkmoth can essentially do the same thing that Mayura can. It's just he needs somebody else. That's just really the thing to it. Hawkmoth can give powers to other people, and we've seen basically an exact duplicate of Ladybug just as somebody else, right? And if Hawkmoth can akumatize multiple people at the same time, 2 Ladybugs, 3 Ladybugs, boom, there you go. That's it. You're good. So I think Mayura's number one, then comes Hawkmoth, because Mayura can just do it without anybody. She just needs an object, while Hawkmoth actually needs a person. And there was somebody actually said on a Q&A or something that Hawkmoth can akumatize objects, which makes me sort of wonder what the difference between these two are, because if Hawkmoth can just akumatize objects, what exactly does that mean? What is that? She obviously makes a senti monster, which can receive different commands and stuff, but if Hawkmoth can give powers to objects, and Mayura can give powers to senti monsters, there's not too much of a difference there, I don't think. Maybe it's because maybe it takes less power and less energy for Hawkmoth to do stuff than it does Mayura, because Mayura's just more powerful. I don't know. Okay, so now comes the point to where it's I actually sort of have to think about this, because I don't know exactly. These two are definitely number one and number two, but other than that, it's okay. So I'm gonna have to put Rena Rouge at a D, because her power is just, it's just an illusion, right? It's okay, well, I'm just gonna make this illusion, and it's not actually real, and if somebody walks through it or touches it or anything at all, it disappears. That's it. That's how easy it is to defeat her power. So really, it's just there, and it's okay, cool, there's this thing that can be useful sometimes, but if I'm facing up against a smart, powerful person, it's not going to do anything, right? That being said, most of the villains are actually pretty dumb in this show, because if they were smart, it would be over in seconds, because Myra could just, well, Myra and Hawkmoth together can just dominate completely. Like, no question about it if Hawkmoth wasn't so stupid. But, yeah. Okay. So, Multi-Mouse has the potential to be pretty powerful. Carapace? Queen Bee. I think these two are definitely lower. C's or D's. I think, this is tough because I think Queen Bee is going to be a D because, I think Queen Bee is actually better than Rena Rouge, so I'm going to put her first. But, like, Queen Bee's power is pretty much just paralyzing people. Like, that's pretty boring. Like, Ladybug can do the same thing, it's just, instead of paralyzing, she just has to wrap somebody up with a yo-yo. Or, yo-yo? I was thinking of rope, but saying yo-yo. She just wrap up her yo-yo around somebody and boom, they're captured. But really, a rope works too. Like, yeah, so nothing really too powerful there. It's just useful to have sometimes. But again, like, if you can paralyze one person, then you're done. So that's pretty bad. As of right now, I mean, as they rank up, then it'll be better, but if we're talking about soul power and not combining and using other Miraculous, Multi-Mouse is actually pretty weak because all it does is make a duplicate of yourself. And it makes yourself smaller too. So in terms of power, it's not super great, but you could use it in other applications. So it's a really good support Miraculous, but a terrible Miraculous on itself, or by itself. If that makes sense. So that, I'm going to put Multi-Mouse as a C because we're ranking the powers by themselves. If this was paired up with other powers, then it could be great. But by itself, it's not super great. Because it's like, you're tiny, like what are you going to do? I think I'm going to put Carapace at a C as well, because he just makes a shield. That's all he does, is make a shield. And so, I mean, let's see, I think probably he's better than Multi-Mouse, but, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty close between these two. The thing with some of these characters is we haven't seen their power enough to fully understand its capabilities. Say, for example, Monkey King, we've seen his power like once or twice, and it's not, like, we know that what it can do is sort of disrupt somebody else's power and stuff. Like in Party Crasher, it just made things go all weird. But I don't even know if was there another episode where, well, I guess there was that one episode where he was the star. But what episode was that? I can't even remember because it was so out of order. So I think I'm gonna put him at a B because it doesn't really matter what the other person's power is, he can disrupt it no matter what. And that's the thing, right? These ones are just sort of one-time uses, and it's like, okay, you can stun somebody. It's the same thing every time. You can divide yourself into 8 or whatever. Same thing every time. You can make a shield. Same thing every time. Rena Rouge is the exception because she can make she can change what illusion she makes, but that illusion is so weak in comparison, like, it's not even, having a unique power that can change is not really going to help you here. His power, you can change it. Like, it doesn't matter who you're going up against, your power is still going to be useful to some degree. So that's helpful. Let's see here. I think I'm going to put the Snake Miraculous at an S, because you get a time period, or a frame of time, and you can go back as many times as you need within that time. That's pretty overpowered. Like, he's going to be absolutely necessary in defeating Hawkmoth and Myra, because they are going to have to redo it so many times, because there's just so much that Hawkmoth and Myra can do that one try, they're just not going to beat them on their first try. So when you have infinite tries, That's pretty good, because eventually you're gonna pass. Hopefully, if you're not, then that sucks. But hopefully, if you're smart, you can figure out some way to fix what your problem is. Okay. Kagami's power, the dragon power, I don't actually think it's all that powerful. I'll put it at a B behind Kim's, because you basically get 3 different powers, right? You can control, or you can turn into steam, you can turn into water, and you can turn into electricity. Although, have we even seen the electricity one? I don't think so. So you can turn into those. That's cool. But it's like, after that, it's like, oh well, what now? Yeah, like, sure, it has some useful applications, but it's not useful all of the time. When paired up with another Miraculous, it could be helpful, like what we saw in the Season 3 finale. But I think by itself, like, I'm almost tempted to make it a C, but I think I'll keep it at a B for now. I'm gonna also put Bunnix's power, the Rabbit Miraculous, up at an S. Because it's basically Max's power. You can basically teleport, but it's also time travel. And you get your own little hidey hole kind of thing, and it's awesome. So I think it goes without saying that she has a pretty powerful power, because it's also similar to the Snake Miraculous's power, but you can mess stuff up like pretty badly, so you got to be really careful with how you use it. So yeah, I think we also have to see more of her power to fully understand it, but I think I have a decent understanding of how it works. I guess other people could. So I'm just thinking of that Time Tagger episode where Time Tagger was going through portals as well as Bunnix, and I'm just trying to figure out, did Bunnix just stay in her hidey hole, or did she? I think she just stayed in her hidey hole, which makes it more powerful. So yeah, okay. Max's, I'm gonna put it an A, because you can teleport, like you can create portals. That's pretty awesome, I think. Granted, it's only like a set of 1 portal, a set of 2 portals you can create, but like, once you rank that up, that's a bunch of different portals, and you can have so many portals, and it's gonna be awesome when it gets powered up. Okay, so now for Ladybug and Cat Noir. The thing is, their powers are actually pretty... Ladybug actually seems to have multiple powers, because she has her Miraculous Ladybugs, which resets everything, which is super OP, by the way. Then she also has her Lucky Charm, which allows you to create basically anything, and I guess if we're going based off of usability, some things she gets are like forks, but we've also seen her get guns before. And so I think under the right circumstances, the thing that she gets is completely random, but it does help in some way. And depending on your situation, it's going to give you something that will help with that situation. You just have to figure out how to use it, right? So I think I'm going to put her at an A. Cat Noir's power, honestly, is just pretty bad. It's just destruction, and yeah, I mean, like, it's pretty, like, Kim's Miraculous under the right circumstances could essentially do that, right? I mean, you'd have to pull some strings there, but essentially it could. So the question really here is his power better than Kagami's or not? I think I just see more uses for me with destruction than turning into water. So I'm going to put him before Kagami, but after Kim. So, yeah. This has been my tier list, and now obviously we haven't seen the rest of the powers. This is all we have right now. But maybe I'll make an updated version of this after Season 4, and then after 5, and whatever. If you disagreed with me or agreed with me and my placements, go ahead and let me know down in the comments below. Because the last tier list, a lot of you guys had some things to say about my opinions. And yeah, okay. So this was just my honest opinion. So if you don't like it, that's okay. You don't have to agree. Not forcing you to agree, but yeah, I had fun making this. That's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy, you can leave a like and subscribe for more content similar to this. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Give me my lady back!